I'm Tom from Do-It-Yourself Home Automation, and this is the Mamaroo Bouncer from 4Moms. This is one of my favorite kids products, honestly. I didn't know initially if it was going to be one of those kind of cool, but not necessarily functional splurges, and it's turned out to be something that I've used for all three of my kids so far. It's just extremely helpful. So basically, it's almost like an old baby swing, but modernized. And if you have a kid, or maybe if you're about to have a kid, you either know or will learn that babies love to move. They love to be rocked and bounced, but holding them and doing that for hours on end is not always practical, especially if you want to sit down and have a meal, or you want to get some work done, or whatever. If you're sitting there, they're not sleeping, but you need to sort of keep rocking them. That's exactly what this is designed to do. So the Mamaroo is a bouncer, but it's this piece up here is where your baby sits, and there's these straps that will come up around them and then click in. It holds them in really securely, and then this whole piece here is suspended on this little sort of pedestal. You can adjust the angle, which I'll show in a second, but then you've got the controls down here, and we can switch this on. And it's actually, as you can see here, gonna move in this sort of gentle motion, almost like you would do if you were rocking your baby. Moves them up and down. We can use these arrows to adjust the speed. Some babies like high intensity. You can see the little display here is gonna show the intensity of this. And it's going to rock them through that motion. And you can actually select different patterns too. So right now I'm on wave, which you can see is like a big loop, but you can also change the pattern of movement. So this is more of an up and down, tree swing, and then car ride is my favorite. If your baby loves to sort of zone out in the car and feels comfortable there, this almost mimics that motion, but in your house. And it's doing sort of an up and down and then back the other direction. And again, this is great for soothing babies that like to be moving. And this will just sit there and do this for hours if you let it, which all three of my kids have really loved. For the youngest babies, there's this extra sort of piece on top here that adds some interest. You can spin this, it's almost like a mobile. It's got these high contrast colors on the bottom, and then you can switch these when they're a little bit older, and you can get these colorful kind of bottom pieces, and they love to look up at this. When you're done using it though, and they're a little bit bigger, you can also swing it off to the side, and they can just look around what's in the room or interact with you. Back to the controls here, there's some other nice functions. You can switch on sound. So you can see we've got all these different white noise elements: rain, fan, ocean, heart, and then there's an auxiliary connection where you can plug in your own music. So if you want to play music directly to your baby through there, or there's particular songs that they like, then you can plug in a device and you can actually play music through that. Again, you can adjust volume and you can change what you're playing. So here we are in rain. So white noise, again, also can help babies to relax along with that gentle rocking motion. So I love that function too, and you can see it's just going to sit here and do its thing. You can easily wash this, which for any kind of baby product is great. This whole piece can be disconnected. There's a zipper, and you just zip it up all the way around the sides. This whole piece can be washed in the washing machine, and then you just put it back and zip it back into place. And you can also adjust the angle that this is at. So depending on if you've got a newborn and you want them to be almost sort of lying flat, and switch it off. And there's a clasp on the back here that's going to release, and then we can move this around. So that's open, and you can see that I can adjust the angle. So be pretty flat here all the way up to as they get a little bit bigger, they want to be a little more upright. This is a great position, and then we just lock back into place. So that adjustability is a really nice feature to have on there as well. I love this particularly, again, for meal times or for work. You don't necessarily want to have them sleep in here because it's not a flat surface. You want to have them on their back to sleep and on a flat surface when they're really little. But this is great for meal times if you want to put them down in something where they're going to be safe and moving and happy and comforted, almost like you're rocking them yourself. But it'll do it for you while you take a moment to to eat, or again, maybe you have to respond to an email. Put this in your office and let it rock your baby while they watch, and you can get a little bit of work time in there. I've just found this to be, again, something where I didn't know how it was going to work, if it was just going to be cool in the store and not really pan out. And I've used this for all three of my kids, and it's just been awesome. So that's the 4Moms Mamaroo bouncer.